Welcome everybody back to another episode of Marvel Snap. Today we're doing a discard deck guide, version number 1. The reason I say number 1, there's different variations of this deck, but today we're going to look at a Gambit focused one with Morbius, Dracula and Apocalypse. So the main process of how this works, I'll give you a quick breakdown, is you would start off with Blade if you have a good card onto the right, which would possibly be most likely Apocalypse and Swarm. A good turn 2 play would either be Morbius or Colleen Wing. Now don't get these two confused. The reason I say that is if your hand consists of Morbius and Swarm, put Morbius down first. So that way Colleen Wing can discard Swarm, or Blade can discard Swarm if Swarm is on the right side of the screen, or your card decked hand. Moving on to turn 3, you can either do Gambit to get rid of one of their cards, and one of yours if it's a Swarm, or Apocalypse as well. Moon Knight to get rid of one of theirs and one of yours. That can be a bit risky with Gambit as well, but see how you go with that one. Check your hand, check what's played on the field, and check the locations. Lady Sith is there for Apocalypse as well, to make sure he gets that buff at the very end. Usually try and get it between 3 and 5 Lady Sith. Dracula is there to absorb Infinaut, Apocalypse or America Chavez. If you don't draw into the other two, of course, America Chavez is a good backup for consistency. So that way Dracula still gets a bit of absorbing power from them. Hellcow is there as well, just in case it's an emergency card for Swarms and Apocalypse, so that way you can get an extra buff off them, and also reducing your hand size, so that way Dracula can get more chance of absorbing the big guys, Apocalypse, America Chavez and the Infinaut. Now sometimes this deck can go into a little bit of RNG due to the fact you need to have a good hand. Sometimes it works out pretty well, but again, that is the main reason why I've got America Chavez in there, so we can try and draw our cards a bit earlier and work around 11 cards instead of the 12th card America Chavez, which will be consistently on turn 6. So we'll see how this deck goes. Looking forward to see how it goes. Blade is better because now he doesn't do a random card, he gets the right side, but we'll see if it lives up to that. So without further ado, we'll get started on this deck, and I'll see you at the games. See you soon. Okay, welcome back, welcome Rick, and welcome to everybody watching. Hopefully have a wonderful game and see how we go. We'll give you a knuckle serve. For now, I think we'll skip turn 1 and see how we go. We'll mute him for now. Okay, looks like we're versing a collector deck, so we're going to see how this one turns out. This is not the best hand, so we're going to have to see how we go with this one. I think for now we might just do Blade just to get everything out. Just a bit of power. It's going to be a hard matchup for us. Ooh, okay, there's Colleen Wing, that's perfect. Very, very handy for Swarms. And good thing we played Blade. That is fine. Not too worried about them snapping at the moment. We're just doing a showcase, so no worries there, Mr. Rick. You're probably going to play Collector left or right, or Loki. You can have all my discard cards if you want. That is perfectly fine. Okay, so now we can do... We'll go Lady Sith in the middle. I don't think we really want to draw too many cards due to the fact we have Hellcow. So what we'll do Lady Sith middle, discards Apocalypse, and then we can always do Hellcow next turn to see what we draw. We don't have Morbius or Dracula, so we need to keep that in mind. Okay, so there goes the Gambit. So what we can do here is we could go for Hellcow and we'll leave the swarms in hand. We're taking a risk taking a snap here, but I want you to see how this one goes. If it goes really quick, we'll just move on to a second game. Oh, beautiful. Okay, so what we can do is we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 swarms, and we can do Apocalypse last turn. So the best way to make sure we can get this right is 1, 2, 3. We can always try a Gambit play, but it's a bit risky. I'm trying to see what the most appropriate way we could do this is. So 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Then we could go 5. We'll go swarm, swarm, apocalypse, and see how this turns out. This could have been wrong, but that's absolutely fine. Oh, and they got the wrong card. That is a big bum for them. Unfortunate, sir. That is very unfortunate. They tried to use our Dracula against us and it completely backfired. Nice work. Nice try. Nice try, Rick. I'll give you that one. Loki does not work against that for Dracula. Okay. So we've got Dracula, Hellcow, Lady Sith, and Gambit. Not the best hand, but we can draw into Morbius, Blade, or Swarm, so that way we can get some cards rolling off the board. Axeland could help us in this regard, shuffling 3 cards, shuffling our hand and drawing extra 3 cards. Ooh, Nova Armor. This can help out as well. So we'll see how this one goes. We've got Infinaut and we've got Swarm. So the best thing we could do here is maybe Gambit, but we will see. See what they play. Now, if we do draw into Colleen Wing, that'll be our next best bet, but Morbius is a good backup as well. Ooh, okay, now this is great. So what we'll try and do, we've got Gambit on the right side. So that way we can get easily rid of Collector with Gambit. A nice counter for Gambit is to, well, destroy Collector. There goes that. Goodbye. Ooh, Dracula. That's fantastic. Oh, that's not too bad, actually. So we have Moon Knight. We're not doing Blade. Definitely not going to do Blade. Due to the fact, well, it will discard Infinaut, and we need that for Dracula. So our best bet may possibly be doing Morbius for now, and see how we go from there. Okay, so we've got Swarm. Sorry, yeah. We can do Blade into Swarm. So that way, we can have more chance of discarding Swarm. This is very good. So Dracula on the right side is going to be massive. Problem is they can still win right due to the fact they got 4 cards they can easily play, and I don't know what else they took, which was Colleen Wing and Lady Sith, so we need to be very careful how we play this one out. So I think our best bet is to try and spread the power and see how we go. We could lose this easily, but we'll definitely see how we go. I'm putting America Chavez there just in case. That's fine. It's only for 2 cubes. Spreading the power is our best bet, but it's not a guaranteed win. Aha, okay. Interesting. Beautiful. Let's see what they got. Done. Done and dusted. Wonderful. Okay, so Loki Loki did not work that well against our discard deck due to the fact he has discarded all his cards and he got nothing from that from Devil Dinosaur. Our backup plan was doing Dracula into America Chavez, so that way we could play all our swarms final turn. We weren't too worried about the left location because we knew we weren't going to win that. Wanted to make sure we spread our power evenly and make sure with Swarm we had a good spread. So that way Dracula can do his job in the right lane with Chavez. If you have Chavez, always try it. You don't have to do it on the Dracula line, but wanted to contest the Devil Dinosaur just in case he had a massive hand. And Morbius, as he presumed we may have had MODOK in hand, so we kind of tricked him there and we got the win on the middle lane, which is very good. So I'm pretty happy with how that one turned out. Very nice indeed. I'll be back with you in just a moment. Okay, so this deck worked out perfectly against Loki for our first example of this deck, showcasing all our discard cards and how it worked against Loki. Didn't work too well for him because when he was trying Dracula, unfortunately, he got rid of his collector and he got no power. And all these other cards don't work well with Devil Dinosaur at all because it reduces his hand size. So America Chavez came in clutch with Dracula. Moon Knight wasn't too bad either against Devil Dinosaur, so that was a nice counter for him. Apocalypse wasn't too bad either. Colleen Wing with Swarm is another great one. And Gambit, oh, that destroyed his collector completely. So there you have it. It worked out very well. Hellcow was another one. You can do replacement cards such as... Where are you? We can either go into Wolverine if you really want to. You don't have to, but that's another one that can just jump onto the board if you discard it. Swordmaster, he's another good 3/6 if you don't want to play Hellcow. But the reason I put Hellcow in, just in case on turn 5 you have Swarms and what else we got here? Well, Swarms and Apocalypse, so that way we can get them out with Dracula. Another good one, we could try Black Cat. You don't have to, but I don't think it's ideal for that deck. If you have MODOK, it goes well with Hela if you're into that past pull 3, but I can always do that one another time. And you could also do Hela, as I just mentioned, which I knew works better with big guys, and we've only got 3, so it's not really worth it with all the swarms you spawn back. This one's not too bad either, but it's better with Ghost Rider as well. So those ones are the replacements cards you can use if you want to. But this one as a beginner guide works very well. And you can change any of these cards if you wish. This was my version I wanted to use today. And if you enjoyed that, please leave a like, comment, and please remember to subscribe. If you want to, that is. Hope you enjoyed the video and hope you have a wonderful day. Peace.